Allay Earhart here. You already know I'm rocking with free game. We going global over here, baby. VAKU.
Yo, 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 yo.
Black and Mild, you a genius, you digging me?
Look, that's a be a second chance when you're romancing. Just love, hold hands while you slow dancing. Don't stress, baby girl, just communicate. I promise everything get better with the time. I'll pour you a glass of wine. Usually I'm on the grind, but you on my mind. And you sound like the sun, the way you shine. No better yet, just like the stars that's in the sky. Sorry if I ever hurt you, forgive me for all the lies, but you gotta understand.
I've been through it already. That shit not cool. So you gotta
You gotta work.
issues,
Exactly. You
man.
gotta work through it. And that's why I've been noticing, like, certain people will be like, yeah, but I'm trying, I'm working through it. I'm like, how are you doing it? Like, what are you
Or I'm
actively
working on it.
doing?
The phrasing is
Right.
important. Working
Exactly.
on
I'm
it.
working
Working
on
on your character. You don't need to work on your character defect. Work on the
Yeah.
opposite of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But even if you are, what are you doing?
Real.
Because just
Real.
saying
Just
it
saying
isn't
it,
working.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on that. You ain't doing shit about that.
writing inventories nightly. I'm looking at my behavior. I'm rejecting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Talking with a therapist and fucking taking my meds and not undertaking my meds. That's another. Oh my god, bro, that shit will fuck up a whole day. So that shit take undertake meds. Oh my god, and not just that day, like the next 3 days. So
Cool.
What's happening?
What's good with it, my man?
You know, like you said, VAKU. I'm living VAKU right now.
First of all, tell them where you from, how you coming.
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, Calio to be specific. You know what I'm saying? I am the founder of VAKU, also co-drink recordings. And you know, some of my friends call me LA, but when we talk about being on stage, I go by Allay Earhart. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I am.
Let's talk about the VAKU brand. How did that become?
It became a thing. I was just telling my cuz Trey Lando over there, who also the producer of my next project coming. I was letting him know how subconsciously it always been there, right? My uncle, who's incarcerated, he did like a 20-year juice, and we're working on getting him home right now. But basically, his room became my room once he got incarcerated. And I remember having a dream where we picked him up from the gates of Angola, right? And you know, it was nothing but love, embrace. And my grandma, she came, woke me up like, you got school, boy, you got school. But that feeling never left, you know what I'm saying? And just years of learning and living and starting to get into the thesaurus, eventually I found the word to describe what it is that I was feeling, which was indescribable happiness, right? And that's what VAKU mean. And for the most part, you know, I just want to share that feeling in so many different aspects, whether it's through art or through charity, because, you know, even here in our city, I made sure that, you know, whenever I get a platform, I'm going to make sure I return the same love, you did, because when Katrina hit, you know, that was actually on my birthday, August 29th of '05. You know, that was my first time experiencing being homeless, right? And once again, I said, if ever I get the opportunity to give back, I don't care what it is, I'm going to do that. And so, you know, we was really the first brand, and from a younger perspective, you know, we was like 15, 16 when we started, that was just going out into the community, and I wanted to showcase the positivity in the young community as opposed to everybody just thinking 15, 16 year olds just out here crashing out, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's VAKU, and you know, we still writing our story right now, so there's more to be discussed.
That's a young age, bro.
Yeah,
The meaning of it is pretty deep, bro.
yes, sir.
It's like a whole peace meaning almost. Like you finding peace within the words you're speaking.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, that's how my name came about, LA. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I was definitely into hip hop, and I used to rock the bandies like Nelly. You know what I'm saying? And I got somebody that can actually back this story up, which is my homeboy, Lil Chucky. We know him at Shada in the project, but basically, we going to the gym, Rosenwald Gym, playing basketball, and, you know, just ripping like every day. And one day, somebody out the group was just like, boy, if you don't get your LA looking at, and that was really, you know, just a play on words with Nelly. And at first, I used to hate that shit, like absolutely hated it, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until after Katrina, I met a whole new person by the name of Jakeem. And Jakeem, when I introduced myself, it was as Elvin, right? That's my name. He like, man, I'm not about to call you that white ass shit. That's exactly what he said. I'm like, I don't know what you gonna call me here. That's my name. And mind you, at this time, this was like fresh after Katrina because August 29th is when it happened in '05. We was back by my next birthday. So the city during that time was completely different. You know what I mean? It was like small neighborhoods and we all had to be there for each other type thing. You know what I'm saying? And I was the only one who had a basketball goal at the time. So everybody would come by my house, play basketball. That's how I got connected with a lot of people in the city right now. But I would say one day he was down the street and that boy was like, "Oh, LA." I was like, "What the fuck? Who that?" You know what I'm saying? And I just embraced it, bro. Like, ever since that moment. I really got to get him to record this because it's so left field that it don't even sound true. But that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even have the spelling until like the 6th grade. That's when I moved to Slidell. And I started getting into the thesaurus, the dictionary, reading a lot. And as a 13-year-old, to me, LA was ALLAY. And when I looked it up, you know, afterwards, I should say, it was more like to bring peace, to bring calm, to relieve stress. So all that to say, it kind of do, you know, tie in what you were saying about me speaking about the peace of having peace in a sense. Like, it just all combined together. So, yeah.
That's deep, man. That's deep. As far as your artistry, you know, you have like a different angle than most artists in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I mean, would you think so?
I know so.
Okay.
I know so.
So, one of the tracks you played is "I Can Breathe." So, what was your inspiration with that, as far as everything that's going on right now in society?
Like you said, it was society. That was the inspiration. You know, I'm one that's about the advancement of people that look like me, right? And I'm always open to being challenged. You see what I'm saying? Challenging my perspective, because that's the only way we grow. You know what I mean? And one of the things in particular that I speak about in that song is before we could talk about getting justice or anything from anybody, we must know who we are first. You know what I'm saying? And I would ask people often, do you believe that words have power? And I want to ask you that question. Do you believe so?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, why is it that we identify as black people?
That's what we've been told by class.
Right? Now, just because we were taught that or told that this is what it is, should we just accept it as such? Right? So I just started to remove my emotions from it. I definitely understand the pride that's attached to it. I'm not undermining it. But if we're going to acknowledge that words have power, we have to acknowledge that this term was created, right? In the essence, it describes evilness, wickedness. So you're literally, when you're spelling this word and saying you're this, you're casting a spell upon yourself. So we not going to ever get out of a plague if we continue to go by something that they're giving us. So I Can't Breathe was more about, instead of saying I can't breathe, let's speak life into us. You know what I'm saying? Because words are power.
I feel you. We got to speak on what the reality is. So,
exactly.
You know, so you had something on Twitter. We got to talk about that.
I talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah. With the Harriet Tubman, when you and someone was going back and forth.
Yes, Miss Sierra. Shout out to her. She's a very credible historian in the city of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? She preserved our culture, and I respect her. But continue, my apologies.
Nah, that's fair. You and her was talking about like how Harriet Tubman and the freed the slaves. I feel like y'all both had valid perspective. But a lot of the things that you were saying, like you were saying, this still true. Whether y'all willing to accept it or not. Where you think like that angle of perspective come from within yourself?
Man, my upbringing, you know what I'm saying, specifically the Cali, right? It's like everybody that I was raised up under were more so unapologetic, you know what I'm saying? They were just truly them, being authentic. And that just rubbed off on me because they wouldn't allow me to be something that I'm not. That's why I never spoke about being a gangster. Although I always had close endeavors and all that type of stuff, like I never portrayed something that I'm not. So it's like, once you just know who you are and start to embrace that, it's like you could be able to speak confidently without worrying about that validation, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from, you know?
Yeah, we were just talking about that as far as the art. We were just talking about that off the air with the fact of validation.
Exactly.
And you say what, validation of frequency?
Well, we were talking about consistency versus frequency.
Okay.
As far as validation, I was speaking about that versus appreciation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as an artist, I don't necessarily look for validation, but I definitely look for someone to take note, have some sort of appreciation for the time that I put in, you know what I mean? But you stamping it saying, yo, I approve this, that doesn't make a difference to me because I'm still going to express myself regardless, you know what I mean? And even when we were talking about the Grammys and all of the accolades, you know, a lot of people feel as though their work isn't up to par or it isn't a great body of work because it haven't been validated by a committee. And I'm like, nah, that's not how I'm rocking. I would rather that tweet that say, you know, this actually happened one time when I was considering just stopping music. This was early in my journey. I was like, yo, maybe I made the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? Like,
second guessing.
Yeah, I probably should be on a project right now. My cousin's having fun, whatever the case is, instead of trying to be serious about this music thing or whatever. And, for the most part, I remember when I said that, vocalized it, no lie, bro. Like, later that night, I had got a message on Twitter from this random young lady who was listening to my music from SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? And she wrote me like a Harry Potter book on this song that I got called Granny. She was like, yo, when I heard this song, like, I literally could not stop crying because it reminded me of my relationship with my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And at that moment, I'm like, that's selfish of me for even considering stop expressing myself because it can help someone else. You feel me? So why would I do that? And yeah, man, that's basically.
But then that's still somewhat like the validation of it, of just the expression. You know, when it's just touching. You don't gotta touch, a million people.
Right.
Just touch one person.
Trendy.
Be sincere. You know what I'm saying? So you think right now the way the trend of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Rap, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you stand out as far as the art that you put out.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think, you see yourself expanding?
Yeah.
If there's somewhere for you to expand as far as geographical in the United States or just any cities you've been to that inspire you?
Yeah, definitely. Man, I've been traveling so much to different cities, you know what I mean? Especially in the southern region, you know. I love Dallas. Like, Dallas is damn that second home along with Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? California. When I say California, Oakland to be specific, because I really love Oakland. Like, they remind me of our city. Los Angeles, of course. A lot of people think I'm from LA because my name LA, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of places that I've been, bro, but I say where I see it going, it's definitely going to go global. You know what I'm saying? It's going global because of the intent, one, the substance. It's not just local. You feel what I'm saying? It's something that can reach a broad audience. You know what I mean? And, at the end of the day, I know the hustle gonna come with it. You feel me? So I know we taking it far. You know, that's why I always have to pay my respects to those that came before me, like the P's and the J Princes and the Nipsey Hussles and the Dame Dashes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm taking. I'm taking it in that vein. So, yeah.
Yeah, P being from your hood, what you think from P that you learned the most?
Man. The most diversification.
You know
what I mean? I remember walking out 1250, going to the store. While walking to the store, I'm hearing the music, but then when I get to the store, I'm seeing the product, right? Because, Rap Snack's been a thing. Then when I get back inside, Romeo TV show, you know what I'm saying? Like, diversification, he just literally showed me that there's no limit to, you know what I'm saying, like your dream or what it is that you can aspire to have. And I'm not gonna front, I just peak. I also gotta give credit to my pops, right? Because you asked me earlier, I don't even know if that was where you wanted to take it, but you asked me earlier how I got black on one of my projects. So my pops, his name is 6 Wild Put, right? Okay. And this guy right here is like, he taught me everything that I know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I learned a lot from P and I respect it because he actually took it to a height that we aspired to take it, but a lot of the information came directly from him, and I also, did my own due diligence and had to have my experiences. So, yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Shout out Pops. Pops put you in the game. Black and Mild. That's a tough track. You got anybody in your team you want shout out?
Yes, man. I want to give a shout out to every single person that helped, but to be more specific on the music kick, I want to give a shout out to Trelano, Primal on Vinyl, Cold Drake Recorders, my homeboy Ryan Davalos, and you already know that's how we rocking, man.
And you was talking about you had a project coming up.
Yes.
With your fam, producing it.
VAKU City. So that will be releasing before the end of this month right here. We're in August. So VAKU City, that's just speaking about the whole experience of being in this state of finding happiness. And like I said, Trelano is the main producer. Every single track, that's him. You know what I'm saying?
Where can they find Trey at?
They can find you out, my brother.
Instagram, Trelano504.
Instagram, Trelano504 if y'all didn't hear him. That's it.
Cold Drake Productions, how long that's been?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, so Cold Drake Recordings, it just formulated this month. This is when we got everything stamped and sealed, you know what I'm saying? But it's always been a thing, you feel me, in terms of, once again, just the subconscious. I stopped drinking cold drinks this year. This is my 8th month, you feel me? But I wanted to keep that same sort of refreshness and just put it into the music, you know what I'm saying? Brand it that way. So, yeah, Cold Drink Recording. Yes, sir.
2016, the Orange Juice track.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
My little sister was on there.
Yeah, you got a lot of hits, man. A lot of content to back it up.
Yes.
Now, where can the people find you, my man?
Well, first, I got to plug the website, VAKUland.com, you know what I'm saying? Where Indescribable Happiness is found. You can find me on all the social media. See, by this being 2020, right, I don't want to date it. We don't know what the social's going to be in the future, right? Make sure you find me at Allay Earhart. That's going to stay consistent. On any platform, whether they come out with a TikTok or hip-hop, whatever you want to call it, it's going to always be Allay Earhart.
You got to tell them how to spell it.
ALLYEARHART. Allay Earhart. You know what I'm saying? And one more time for you.
Run it back.
ALLAYEARHART.
You already know what I'm on. I'm still trying to bust all the moves. You bout it? Well, let's go. How you keep so many women and they all different? How you rock the same clothes, still your swag different? Tell me how you keep it real when they act different. I just do my own thing because I'm that different. When I move, I just walk and I talk different. Whoop they whoop with my dogs cause we both different. I can yag with they yag cause I'm that different. I just do my own thing because I'm that different. Catch me chillin' with 2 women about to handle business. I'ma serve them even though it ain't Thanksgiving. One the virgin and the...
Hold on, Fletcher TV, live and full effect, goddamn it.